Hey guys, yeah, I know it's been a couple weeks since I've done a video. Probably should have said something earlier, but let me explain a little bit. Basically, I'm going to still paint. You're probably going to get a few gaps in here. There's not going to be one every week. You know, I've been painting, what, 3 or 4 years? One a week, 150, 200 lures. How many color combinations can you put on a lure and make it different from the last one? So we're getting to the point where anymore, I've got to sit and figure out what can I paint that's going to be different. And I spend more time doing that than I do painting. And it's getting to be work. And when it gets to be work, it's not so much fun anymore. So before I burn out totally on all this stuff, I decided I'm going to take a little break, take a few weeks off. I've got some others we're going to paint here. We'll do a few. You just might not get one every week. So hopefully that's going to work for everybody. A lot of stuff going on in the summer anyway. Hey, maybe when it gets back cold weather, we'll be doing them a little more frequently. I will keep painting them. You're just not going to get one every week for a while. Hope you understand. Let's go to the workbench, get one done. All right, as I said, we're doing this one a little backwards. Got a white base. We're still going to put a wrap even with a white base. Normally we do the dark. This time I thought, let's do a white base and then paint it in a darker color, a little bit darker. Going to put a wrap, and I like this. I guess they call it a metallic tape. I guess it's the metallic. There's nothing metal about it, but I guess maybe it looks Hobby Lobby in the fabric section. I've got an old piece here. Now this one is doubled over. By doubling it over, you get a little bit more of the base coming through. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to double it over. Let me get some clips here. Now this one doesn't necessarily, this DT style here, get that in front of the camera for you, doesn't really come down usually really good around the head that well, but that's okay. We're going to have to, we can put a clip in there maybe, help that out a little bit. And again, the base, just a plain old rattle can, just using a rattle can. Nice thing is, with a white base, we don't need to put white over the top. Normally we're doing a dark color, we got to put the white. We don't have to do that this time. So, what we're going to start with. I'm going to start with Createx Opaque Yellow for the belly. And no, this may not really look like anything in particular, but sometimes I just like to put colors together. And I'm not saying they have to look like a specific bait fish or anything like that. Sometimes we do that, sometimes we don't. This time we're not. So we're just going to go halfway up the side with the yellow. And you got to work extra hard on that belly. We're going to make you work to get in there to that stuff. So that's part of it. And that's all there is to that. This is going to be a real nice, simple, easy. I guess, you know, this could be a bluegill style. I don't know. All right. Let me clean up a little. I want to put just a little bit of orange up front. Always got to have that little bit of orange for that bluegill, right? Now, for our orange, Createx Transparent Orange. And as I said, we just a little bit up front, a little flush of orange, doesn't take much. That's all there is to that. Doesn't take a lot, but I'll tell you, it seems like that little bit really can set things off and make them better. All right, let me clean up again. Let's work on that back. Now, for the back, I am going to go with Createx Pearlized Pearl Green. It's a real bright green, so totally different than you'll see some of the other stuff where you're using maybe a little more of the subdued green. We're going to make this one nice and bright and shiny. Right down the back. If it isn't yellow, we're going to make it green. Simple as that. Get that nose really good. That's what there is for that. Alright. Now, let's get the heat gun. Going to dry this one really good. We'll see what we got. All right, there we go. Well, moment of truth. Let's see what we got out of this, huh? All right. Don't see a lot. The yellow turns out to be too light for the white to show up. Does come out decent on the back though. Kind of like that. Shows up in the orange. It'll probably show up better once we get a top coat and everything done to it. I'm thinking it's going to show up a little better. But clearly the yellow, maybe to do this one over, if you want to use a white base coat, you're going to have to be something darker there. Probably going to have maybe just a straight orange belt. Nice and simple. Orange and green. Do it orange and green, and I think you'd probably be in pretty good shape. But let's put some eyes in the top coat. We'll see what we got. Well, there we go, guys. And you know, I don't know, I could probably work with that light undercoat like that. The dark ones always seem to be a little bit better than the light ones, but it is something different. It's something you can try. Put a light color on, but you're probably going to have to put some pretty dark colors on top of that to get it to look right. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you again soon.